Hi, everybody. Happy day after Thanksgiving. Hope everybody is doing well. Come on in, say hello. Hi, Sybil. Oh, my goodness. Running around. Hope everybody is doing well. I am going to go live over on Instagram. So let me share the link for the holiday pop-up shop, because today we are going to be doing kind of a walkthrough of the Thunderbird Handcrafted Holiday Pop-Up Shop. It is officially open, free shipping through December 5th. And I wanted to walk you through some of the new things that we're offering for 2026 to get early access to them, answer any questions that you might have, and yeah, just share the holiday pop-up shop with you all. So here's a link for the holiday pop-up shop. Oh, Sybil, you're awesome. Thank you. All right, let me start over on Instagram. And that way we can kind of do all the things. All right. Hi, everybody. It's Genevieve. So we're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're going to dive into the holiday pop-up shop and do a walkthrough. So if you want to see my screen as we walk through the pop-up shop, then you're going to want to go over onto my YouTube channel. It's the same handle as over here on Instagram. Hi, Maddie. And that way, if you want to see the walkthrough of where things are and so forth, you can totally go over to YouTube and join us over there. But I figured I would also do this over on Instagram so that you all could be a part of it too. So here we go. How's everybody's Friday after the turkey day or the good food day? Good food and a nap. That's what I hope for everybody yesterday, is that you at least had some good food and you got a midday nap, because I feel like that's the top important things, other than spending times with people you really like and get along with and your friends and family. So we did that. So we did get to do that. So I'm excited to share with you. This is the first time that we're doing a holiday pop-up shop. This was something that, as I started thinking more and more about just the values of our business, of us being eco-friendly printed, organic milled here in the US, just really thinking about what could we offer, because I get it. Everybody's trying to do their holiday shopping in a certain budget, but also find good deals for themselves. And as a small business here in the US, it can be really difficult sometimes to keep a thriving business, but also offer savings. So we thought for this year, we would curate a holiday pop-up shop that didn't only have something for all of you guys that are my sewing friends, our sewing community, but also some things that are gifts that those of us in the sewing community don't have to make. But also something for you to look forward to in the new year. And we've really worked hard on it. And all up until December 5th, you will receive free shipping on everything that's in the holiday pop-up shop. So that was really where we felt like we could kind of help your wallet, was to offer you that free shipping on anything that's purchased there. It also allows you that, you grab your gifts and then maybe next week you're like, you know what, I want one of those for me. You don't have to worry about paying shipping for 2 orders. You don't have to worry about that. Everything is good if you have to place a second order, which we'll talk a little bit about some of those questions. The biggest thing, hi Jess, hi Mary, hi Annie, hi Sherry, hi Missy. The biggest thing that I want to just stress is if you have questions, this is your time to ask them, or feel free to post them in the comments. I do have some of the products here to share with you guys. So if you have questions about anything that's in the holiday pop-up shop, now's your time to kind of think about what those questions are. And at the end, we'll open it up and we'll see, what questions I can answer for you. But we really felt like this would be just a more in tune way, and as far as how to do the holiday sales weekend, but also just to create something really fun and unique for all of you. So let's get started. How about that? So the holiday pop-up shop, I'm going to go over. I'm going to, and bear with me as I do this, because all of the technology. Here's our website. Hopefully everybody's seeing that. I'm kind of going to pull this out so I can still hopefully see your questions. Where can I put it here? There we go. All right. And we're going to just walk right through this. So here's, and you're going to hear my mother-in-law's golden retriever, Daisy. And if you hear like a birdie call, you hear her crying, she just wants so much attention today. Yeah, she made her birdie call. Oh, come on up. Come on up. Oh my goodness. She hears me up here. My mother-in-law is down in the basement packing fabric. So here is our holiday pop-up shop. This is everything that we have. Oh, I'm going to go and like see if she'll, just 1 second, everybody. I feel so bad. She's a 9-year-old rescue girlfriend. Girlfriend. Go down to mama. Come on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Aww. She's a 9-year-old rescue, and she just got over having a UTI. So yeah, we're taking good care of her today. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, so here we are in the holiday pop-up shop. Like I said, everything is free shipping in here through December 5th, so you don't have to worry about shipping costs. The one thing that I will say is we do have the route shipping insurance, so you can opt out of that if you want to. It's a few bucks on each order, but when you go to checkout, just make sure you look to see that if you do want to opt out of the shipping insurance. But here's our holiday pop-up shop. There's our little Evie. That's our new little mascot for 2026, because we are in a little bit of a recentering of our brand. So we had to put her there. And the big debut for the holiday pop-up shop is the HandCrafted Post. Okay. And I know some people might be like, what is the HandCrafted Post? What are you talking about? Is it a subscription box? It is a subscription envelope. And so I'm going to share a little bit more about that. I really thought long and hard about how could we do something that I felt was valuable, but also something that if you subscribe to it, because life can get busy, you didn't feel like, oh my goodness, I spent so much money on that, and now there's a month or two that's sitting. I wanted it to be something that it was a little bit of joy that came in your mailbox, and that you could do some different types of crafting with it. And not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be sewing. I do really think that the HandCrafted Post is going to be something that inspires your creativity, and that's going to be the biggest part of the value. But I'm going to share some more details about the HandCrafted Post as we go down through here. So the HandCrafted Post does come every month. You have until the 11th of each month if you want to subscribe to it. So it is a monthly subscription. It is less than $15 a month. Okay. So like, what is that? Two things of coffee, maybe 2-3 things of coffee. Probably 2, right? Sometimes 1. So it's $14.40 a month, and it's a little parcel of joy. It's a little envelope of joy that is meant to inspire your handcrafted journey throughout the year of 2026. So every month there will be a letter from me that is really talking about a specific theme or a specific thing that I'm being inspired by in that month. There is an overall arching theme for each year of the HandCrafted Post. So we plan on continuing to do this in 2027 and beyond if it's popular, which so far I think there's several people. We have, I think, over a dozen that have subscribed now since we released it 2 days ago. And so we really feel like this is a great way to kind of create a community that's focused on really encouraging each other and inspiring each other in our crafts. So you can do a monthly subscription, but right now in the holiday pop-up shop, if you want to subscribe for a full year, we are gifting 2 additional months. I'm going to try to make sure we're on YouTube and we're also on Instagram. So I'm going to try to continue to go back and forth. If you want to see my screen, please go over to YouTube. So with the full year subscription, you're getting $25 off and 2 additional months. So you're going to receive a December bonus month. So this December 2026, which I'm going to share a little bit of what is in the December mailing, and then you'll receive a 13th month in 2027. So you'll receive 2 in December of 2027. And once we hit January, they are of a very specific theme, because I believe that every month it'll be like a little collection. By the end of 2026, you're going to have a collection of basically a theme of things that you could pull into a project. You can make them all individual projects. I've already shared with some people, and there's some really great ideas out there about what they could turn this into. So like I said, the full year subscription with the extra 2 months is only during the holiday pop-up shop. That will go away on December 6th. We will still be offering a 12-month subscription. It'll be a little bit more. You just wouldn't be receiving the December mailing. So if you want the December mailing and you want your 13th month mailing to complete your collection, I highly suggest joining the full year subscription, because you are getting extra bonuses with that. So I know I can't wait to send the Happy Mail out to you guys. So that's the first thing. So I'm going to share now exactly what comes in the handcrafted post. So let me first share with you the little envelope. So the front also has some printing on it, but the envelope is going to come, and you're going to know immediately that it's your handcrafted post. Okay. And I think it's going to immediately put a smile to your face. And I feel like part of the value of this mail club is that you're going to smile. It's going to make you feel a little bit of joy. So the back of December's, so there's our little Evie over here. There she is. She's saying hi. She's wearing her Santa hat for December, and it's has a nice little printed handcrafted post. And then over here, we have little parcels of creative joy, and your address will be there for you. So it is a 5x7 mailing every month. Okay, so every month you're going to get this little envelope, almost like you have a pen pal that you don't have to worry about responding to. Because there's things in the handcrafted post for us to have community and interaction without you having to mail me a letter. Although I will gladly take Happy Mail anytime. But the handcrafted post it's a 5x7 envelope that then is going to have inside a few really wonderful things. Okay. And so for December, you're going to be receiving your welcome letter for December from Evie, along with a little sticker of Evie the owl. Now, Evie the owl is a rainbow barn owl, which we have seen here on our farm, and she was hand drawn by one of our artists, Corinne of Inspired Designed Illustrations. She does have a little bit of a certain book-esque vibe, but she's not from that world. She's from our world, from the handcrafted post. So you receive this sticker. This is like a vinyl water bottle sticker that you can move someplace else if you want. She is actually the first sticker to go on my sewing machine. I have never felt like there was any sticker that I really wanted to put on my sewing machine until I saw this little Evie girl. So Evie has many outfits. So I'm very excited for you guys to see Evie throughout 2026 in all of her little fashionable designs. So you're going to receive a sticker every month. There will be a sticker that's to support the theme, and we hope that you're going to love them. We have some really fun ideas around the collection of stickers that we are doing for next month. You saved a space for Evie on your laptop. I love that. The other thing that's going to come every month is you're going to get one of these little cards. Okay, so this one says little parcels of creative joy. on it. So that's the front. So you could use these little cards. I don't know if anybody still does scrapbooking or junk journaling, but that's kind of what this little card is meant for. So one side is going to have an inspirational quote or something like an affirmation, something like that. I feel I use my planner to put kind of those things in, but I feel I also on my closet in our bedroom, I have post-it notes with affirmations that I have stuck to my closet door. So that's the first thing, is that you're going to get a little card like this that has some type of affirmation or something inspiring for you to think about for the month. And then on the back, there's going to be a little space for you to write something. One of the things I feel that has happened for me, and this is where this kind of came from, is I was thinking about how there's many times I sit down at my sewing machine or I sit down to do a project and I'm already in a rush. I'm already feeling like I'm trying to get something done faster than what maybe I need to. And I think it's really because a lot of our life is like that, right? But I feel like if there is one lesson that we learned from 2020, it was that it's okay to slow down. And I think we saw so many people become creative in 2020 because we did slow down, because it's so important for our creativity to be inspired, is to slow down, to write something, to think about something. So in the back of every one of these little affirmation or empowerment cards is going to be a question for you to think about. And that question is going to be our question as those of us who are a part of the Thunderbird handcrafted post, the handcrafted post, because we're going to talk about that all month and kind of make us think about how are we inspiring ourselves, how are we surrounding ourselves with others who are inspiring us, who are we sharing our creativity with. And so you're going to get one of these little cards in every handcrafted post. Okay. And at the end of the year, you'll have, well, if you join the full year, you're going to have 14 of them. Okay. They also have a color theme each month, which we're going to get into in a second. But every month you're going to get one of these. And I really feel like it sounds small, and that's why we called it Small Parcels of Creative Joy. A lot of times the small things are what really inspire our creativity. So you're going to get one of these. The next thing you're going to get, I don't have in my hands, but every month you're going to receive a calendar card. Okay. Who uses a physical calendar anymore? I use a physical planner. I still use an analog planner. But I felt like I use my phone as well, but I felt like there is sometimes important, like at my desk, sometimes I would just like to see the full month in front of me. And so you're going to receive a 5x7 card that has a calendar in the theme for the month, just so you can see your dates. And then on the back of that calendar card is going to be a color challenge. So if you have ever purchased one of our dynamic fabric kits from Thunderbird Handcrafted, we've done them this year where it had, well, we've done them for a while, 2 hand-dyed fabrics, Kona fat quarters, tags, and they all coordinate together. And then I provide a color theory card that kind of breaks down what colors coordinate with those dyed fabrics. So it's going to be similar to that, but this is going to go a little deeper into challenging you as the creative person, as a sewist, as a crafter, as an artist, to go into your own stash and find those 2 colors and create something with it. And what this is going to encourage you to do also is sharing your work, because then when you share in our community, everybody who's part of the handcrafted post is also going to be inspired by what you made with those colors. And they are going to be colors that coordinate, and it can really help you to, one, use your stash, because that's a really fun thing too, is to use what we got. But also if there is anything that you're like, I have this color, but I don't have this color, now I know where I can go and look for it someplace else. So on the back of that calendar card will be a color challenge each month with coordinated colors and a little inspiration for you to go and create things that maybe are colors that you aren't really used to using. But now that they're paired together, it can make you more inspired to create other things in those colors. So every month we're going to have a color challenge. Next is kind of the cream of the crop of the handcrafted post. It is the 2 charm squares, Kona charm squares, that you're going to get in each handcrafted post. Okay, now the first month, if you get the full year, if you get the 12-month subscription, because you're going to get December is not part of the theme for 2026. It is a welcome, and so I'm going to show you those. So of course, because Evie is our little handcrafted post mascot, we're going to send you a color charm pack with a little Evie sitting on some pretty books. She has a little cream background. There's enough of room here for you to quilt this into something, or you can turn her into an ornament, like they have the little embroidery frames. You could turn her into a little ornament, but she has little books here that say vintage, stitchery, and creative life underneath her. So that's our little Evie for December. So you're going to get that little 5-inch by 5-inch square. And then you're also going to get every handcrafted post, you're going to get a grayscale of the image that you got in color. Okay, and why are we doing that? So for December, you're not getting the exact same image because I have lots of different Evies. So I figured I would give you a grayscale of Evie flying. Okay, so December, you'll get Evie flying. So I have a fair amount of people in my group who already do hand embroidery. So you could totally take your little grayscale 5-inch by 5-inch charm piece. It's in the Kaufman Kona cotton that we sell, which is really nice weave. It's kind of heavier duty, so it would be great for some embroidery. And you could embroider her. You could color her. You could use some fabric markers and color her. You could bedazzle her. Okay, you could use the little, what are those called? The gem things. You could do that. So I feel like there's so many things that could be done with the grayscale each month that I'm so excited to see what people create with it. So this is something that will come in each month. You'll get 2 of them out of Kona cotton so that you can build a craft out of just those 2, or when January starts and we're building off of a collection, maybe you're saving all of those up. Diamond gems. Thank you, Sybil. You can save them up and maybe make a final design at the end of the year with them, whatever you want to do. But every month you're going to get these 2 little 5-inch charm, and there's enough here that if you wanted to give it like a 1/4 inch to quilt it into something, there's totally enough room there. I did just order, like there's a lot of sets out there, but I ordered one, so we'll see how it is, if I like it or not. I ordered, it was like 3.5 inch, 4-inch for the embroidery frames. So I'll be sure to share those once they get here, and if I feel like they're good quality, I'll share those with you guys. So that's a little something, because the other thing that I feel is really important for our creativity, and part of what I really wanted this subscription to be, is to get us to slow down in our crafts, to get us to slow down in our sewing, or just to slow down, just to slow down for a little bit, okay? Because I do feel like crafting has become very fast-paced in a lot of ways, and that can also make us feel like we're not creative when we really are. So this is a way that we can slow down, and I think it'll be really fun to see what everybody does each month or at the end of the year with their little charm squares. So that's primarily, I'm trying to think, is there anything else? There will be some other little surprises throughout the year. I have some other little plans, like maybe we might have a patch, or maybe we'll have a tag or something. But it's all coming in this little envelope, okay? So it's not going to be anything bulky or big. So just think about that. And like I said, if you get the full year, I think it's like $12 and like 31 cents a month. Yes. Makes it feel like a job. Yeah. And I feel like there's, I love a good, don't get me wrong, I love a good like project box or a subscription to something. But I also know that sometimes we feel like we can feel guilty if it's not being used. And I really didn't want that to be something. The main goal of this wasn't even necessarily at first for it to become a subscription. It was really me thinking about how can I encourage those of you who follow me and my customers to, one, to build community around something, but also how do we slow down and be purposeful and intentional in our craft. So the handcrafted post, the full year subscription is your best. I'm telling you, it's your best option. Okay. And definitely, if you can't do that right now, then if you do the month subscription now, you will receive December. Okay. So just keep that in mind, but you're going to get the best savings if you do the full year. The other thing is if you choose to do the full year, you're also going to get gifted my Patreon highest tier level, which is the EV Studio level. And so EV Studio is where we're going to be doing lives and Zooms all year next year around the handcrafted post, what our monthly color challenges, sharing our charm squares, and all of that. So definitely, if you aren't familiar with my Patreon, I don't know, Sibby, if you could maybe throw the Patreon link in there for me. That would be really helpful. That way people can go and check the different levels so that you can see that if you get the full year, you will receive the EV Studio as well. Okay. And then along with this, like I said, it is a theme. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of 2026. So one of the products in and I'm going to scroll down a little bit. One of the products that is in the pop-up shop is our first ever, I'm so excited about this, our first ever tea towel calendar. And it's so wonderful. It just makes me smile every time I see it. So this is our tea towel calendar for 2026. I have to try to make sure that everybody can see it. It comes on an 18 by 26 piece of our linen cotton canvas. So it's a nice sturdy weight. If you wanted to frame it, you can. It comes on finished. So if you want to hem it, hi Sharon. For those of you who don't know, I'm over on YouTube as well. So if you want to join and see my screen, feel free to do that and go over to YouTube, but I wanted to do it live over here on Instagram as well for everybody. So this is our tea towel calendar. It is designed by myself, and the drawing was done by Eve Anderson Studios. Eve Anderson Draws, sorry. Over on Instagram, you can follow her. She is from Scotland. She's an artist from Scotland. We worked really hard together to create these spice houses, to make them our own. We just really wanted something that really spoke to the nostalgia of a tea towel calendar. And I think we hit the mark. Every month has a different spice house. So that should tell you a little bit about what the handcrafted posts theme is for 2026. So every month there is a different spice house. All right. So our tea towel calendar, I think we are over halfway sold through what we have. So if you want a tea towel calendar, again, they are free shipping through December 5th. Once we sell out, that will be it. If we have a little bit extra, they'll be available after the 5th, but you will have to pay shipping for them. So the tea towel calendar is available until December 5th. If you decide to join a full year of the handcrafted post, we will most likely have them available for everybody that is in the handcrafted post, just because the theme is obviously what is here. Okay, so this is, I don't know, I love it. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm so excited for people to get them in their hands and to see them. And Eve just did such a wonderful job with them. They're so great. Okay, so there's And I wanted to keep it raw edge because I thought if you wanted to turn it into a quilt, you want to make it into a wall hanging, whatever you wanted to do with it, you would be able to do that as well. So that is the tea towel calendar. So like I said, that's the theme for 2026, the handcrafted post. So let's talk a little bit about what else you'll get if you are a part of the full year subscription and you're part of my Patreon. There's also going to be some exclusive Spice House seamless designs. So only those who are a part of EV Studio and also a part of the Handcrafted Post, either one, will get access to the tea house or other exclusive designs that we have. So you definitely want, if you really love the tea houses, there are going to be other things throughout 2026 that are only available to those people that are in the Handcrafted Post and EV Studio that are around the Spice House designs. So I would really encourage you to do the full year, and then you'll be sure to get access to all of that. I'll give you a little sneak peek of January. So January is cinnamon. Okay. And the color, if you could kind of guess what our color challenge would be. Okay. And then, of course, every month the dyed fabric that we release on the 10th of each month is going to be coordinating with your color challenge. So this is the full color version. I don't have the grayscales of these yet, but every month you're going to get a full color version. We are also going to, so just to show you, for those people who are a part of the Handcrafted Post, every month you're going to get your little square that is the color challenge, the colors of that month. So just so you can keep that in mind, you're going to get it in the colorway of that. It is not the same colorway as your tea towel, but there will be these available to the Handcrafted Post in these colors. Okay, so just keep that in mind too. Okay, so that's January's, and that's pretty much the Handcrafted Post. Lots of really great stuff coming. So I really encourage you, please skip those 2 iced coffees and join the Handcrafted Post for next year. I really think it's going to be something like, it will be the one thing next year that every month you're looking forward to it. And if your life is busy and crazy, you won't feel bad about it. Okay. So that's the Handcrafted Post. So go join, go check it out. Like I said, it's over here at the very top of the holiday pop-up shop. So either the month subscription, or you can save $25 and join the full year and get all the perks. Okay. All right, let's talk gift cards. So gift cards, we do have gift cards available. If you know someone who loves us already, who's already shopping with us, then a Thunderbird Handcrafted gift card would be great. They are digital gift cards. So when you check out, if you want to make sure, like maybe you're making a card or something, you'll get your code via email. And then you can put that in a gift card for whoever it is. Or if you know that we have pre-orders, we have 3 pre-orders for sure each year. Maybe you have some Christmas money and you're like, you know what, I'm going to get a gift card, and then I'm going to budget that for when the Thunderbird Handcrafted pre-orders are. That's another great way to use a gift card. So we do have gift cards available as well. The tea towel calendar, of course. Next is the wrapped up bundles. All right, so we've already sold a decent amount of the mystery bundles, the wrapped up mystery bundles. They are $75 retail value, okay, for $35 plus the free shipping. All right, so what this is last year we were joking, we were packing orders, my husband and my mother-in-law and I, we were joking about how I'm always the one to wrap all the Christmas gifts, like even my own, right? It's fine. It's really fine. However, my mother-in-law was like, you know what, that would be a great idea of like wrap up some of your fabrics and that way, if they want something that they don't have to wrap, they could get a surprise under the tree that's already wrapped. They don't got to do anything. So we did that last year, and it was a real big hit. Everybody seemed to really love them. I got messages Christmas morning with people opening their mystery wrapped up bundle. So we decided this year to do it again, but we added a twist to it. Okay, so here's our little wrapped up mystery bundle. Okay, they might eventually not have the same wrapping paper if we run out of this wrapping paper, but just so you know, this is what they look like. Okay, and inside here, there's fabrics, there's charms, there's tags, there's other little goodies, and then every single one will receive one of these finger press turning tools that my son makes off of his 3D printer. Okay, these are really great. We took them to a show in September. I gifted everybody that I was teaching a class, and what they are is like, so like you hold it like this, you put your finger in this little hole, and then this here has like a little flat edge, and you can use that to finger press whatever it is you're working on, especially like if you're working on like a quilt, like quilt blocks, or you're working on like foundation paper piecing or anything like that. It's really good for that. And then the other end is a turning tool. Okay, which they're really sturdy. I have multiple ones throughout my sewing room. So everybody is going to get one of those in here as well. However, every 50 of these we sell, we're adding 5 golden turning tools. All right, so here's one of the golden turning tools. All right, if you get a golden turning tool and you open this up on Christmas morning or whenever you open it, okay, and you have a golden turning tool and you post and tag me like, hey, I got a golden turning tool, I'm going to send you another little gift. Okay, so you want, it's like the golden ticket from Willy Wonka. And we're close. My son started printing more, so I think we're like 5 or 6 away from 50 mystery wrap bundles. So once we hit 50, we're going to put another 5 of these, so there'll be more chances to get a golden turning tool. So just keep that in mind. And we haven't used all the we haven't wrapped them all yet, so just so you know. But this is a really fun one. It's a great deal, $75 for 35 plus free shipping and a chance to maybe get another little fun thing from me. So definitely take advantage of the wrapped up mystery bundles, so you have something wrapped under the tree. It's also a little ornament. You get a little ornament on here as well, and the little bow you could use as an ornament or embellish something that you make with it. So that's the wrapped up mystery bundles, which are super fun. And I love last year getting pictures of people opening theirs. All right, what's next? So next we have some merch. We've had the So Little Shelf Space and the So Sorry I'm Booked for a while. And that was something that every time I would do a pre-order, people be asking me, like, when are you going to put the So Little Shelf Space hoodie back up? Or when are you going to do the So Sorry I'm Booked? It's my favorite shirt in like a hoodie instead of just a t-shirt. So now we have a hoodie and a t-shirt in So Little Shelf Space. And we also have a hoodie shirt and a t-shirt. And they're V-necks, because I get asked that too. Are you going to do a V-neck? So those are available now in the last chance pre-order as well, with free shipping. Okay. So I guess if we want to like go and show you them up close, so you can see the design. So this is our So Little Shelf Space design. That's also on one of our book lover panels. It's one of the most popular book lover panels we have. Everybody loves it. We also have it in cork tags. So there's the So Little Shelf Space hoodie. What's great about this hoodie, this is a new design of it. So I added our little wheatgrass thread on the shoulder. So it's really, really cute. And it's in navy blue. And then the t-shirt is in navy blue as well. And then our So Sorry I'm Booked, that is in gray. And it says So Sorry I'm Booked. And it has a little book and tea or coffee and a little thread and needle because everything we do here is so bookish. And then we also have that in like a charcoaly gray t-shirt. Okay, so those are ones we've had for a while so that you can check those out. This here is the newest, our Stay Cozy, Stay Crafty zip up hoodie. And this will be something that will only be available in the future to people who are part of the HandCrafted Post. It's available in 3 different colors, the mint, the butter, and like a heathered, like off-white. And on the back, it has our tea house shelf with some tea houses and all of the things that we love as crafty little collectors. So, and it says stay cozy, stay crafty. So and it's a zip up hoodie. So you can see it's a zip up here. It has our little wheatgrass. And then on the shoulder, it has, I don't know if I have a picture of that, but you can kind of see it right here. It has a little needle and thread on the side on the shoulder. So that's also available as part of our free shipping. And like I said, this one, the Stay Cozy, Stay Crafty, will be only available in the new year to people who are part of the HandCrafted Post. And then last is our Bookish blankies. Oh, okay. So Bookish blankies are just something I felt like we just needed to have as a gift that you could give to yourself or to someone you love over the holiday. And they are 60 by 80 Sherpa blankets that have our exclusive designs on them. So designs either that you love or designs that we've had drawn by one of our artists. And so I can show you all of those. These also are free shipping to you, and they will be there for you before Christmas. So if you want to ship one for a gift or wrap one up for a gift, you can definitely do that because they will be shipping out before Christmas, and you should have them before Christmas. So you can scroll through and see all of our different designs. There's 29 designs that we did originally, and then on Wednesday night, we added our 2 Stranger Things bookish blankies to celebrate, and also to announce that we are now an officially licensed shop with oh gosh, I'm going to forget her name, Retro Rach. And she does really fun, nostalgic, bookish designs. And she had these really cool designs for Stranger Things. So we decided to do those for the bookish blankies. But I have one of mine here. I couldn't find my Grinch one, and I'm starting to think that one of my kids took it. Sybil's like, this is my favorite. But we do have a Who's the Grinch. We have a few holiday ones for you to choose from. But there is a Grinchy one that I have. And I'm pretty sure my kiddo has it somewhere. Because all of us, I think I have to get one for everybody because everybody keeps like taking them because they're so cozy and soft. So this is our monster map one that I have up here. So there's no way that I'm going to be able to show the whole thing, but you can see like it's 60 by 80, right? So this is probably like it's hard for me to stretch that far even. So this is across, and then down is 80. They're printed here in the US. They're so soft on the top. And then the back is this cozy Sherpa, okay? Like so much so that both my animals are like cozying up in them. I think they could totally be a gift for a little kid that, you know, maybe they're getting their big kid bed because they fit a twin bed like still nice. They are a great couch cozy blanket, which is really kind of where I was going with it because either you're sitting on the couch drinking coffee or tea or reading your book, watching a movie or binging a show. It's always nice to have a really cozy blanket. And like I said, everyone in my house is stealing them. So it's easy to wash. This one's been washed twice and just feels amazing still. So you don't have to worry about how they wash. Laura's like, you want the Twilight one? So the dragon scales are really cool on the blankets. So there's so many different ones to choose from. And like I said, they are free shipping. And I feel $75 for that size of a blanket, with designs that are different than what you would see in the stores, because a lot of these designs are our exclusive designs. Like, you're not going to find them on a blanket somewhere in a store. So definitely go through there. You might find something like the mushy pink check in the store, but I had to put the mushy pink check in there because that was one of everybody's favorite designs over the summer. So I had to put the mushy pink check in. But there's some really good ones that are exclusive to us. But yeah, the dragon scales, they turned out really, really cool. So go check the Bookish blankies out. If you have questions about them or anything, please just give me a shout and let me know. So that is our holiday pop-up shop in a nutshell. But like I said, the biggest thing that I really want to stress is if you can join us for the handcrafted post, I am just telling you, you're not going to, this is kind of like, yes, you could join in March, April, May. Like, I'm going to keep it open that you could join like a monthly thing, but you want the collection. You want the collection. So the handcrafted post, make sure you sign up for that. I think that it's just going to be something that you're not going to want to miss being a part of. And it's such a little investment of yourself for next month, for next year. Like, it's just a little investment for you. Okay. Jack is like, I need a couple of blankies. I need a couple of the blankies for my house, because even our new little kitten keeps on like cozying up, and then we all feel bad like moving the blanket away from the kitten. So definitely the handcrafted post, the Bookish blankies are totally, I agree, they're a must too. I feel like all of it is something, but I get that you can't, not everybody could do that, and I don't expect that really from anyone. I just really wanted to create something that was something that I felt could save you a little bit in your wallet, because there was gifts here that you could maybe gift to someone else, but there was also you still want the collection, Missy. But then also something like if you were buying for yourself, you didn't feel like, well, I'm only buying for myself. I mean, there is free. It's snowing. It's snowing outside. Oh my goodness. Time to cozy up with the blanket for the rest of the day. Yes, actually. So if you are over on YouTube, Sybil just posted something in the comments that will give you even a little bit of savings. It won't do it on the handcrafted post because you're already it's already a savings there. You're already getting a lot for the value out of that little envelope. But everything else, you can use Sybil's little code and gift cards. It won't work on gift cards, but everything else, it will work. So if you're over here on YouTube, take advantage of that. Definitely, this is also just a little package of joy. You don't got to wrap it. We're wrapping it for you. And there's lots of good goodies. And you have a chance at a golden turning tool. I highly recommend, because these, like I said, they're going to be limited edition. We're going to do a new tea towel each year. So it won't be the same for 2027, because we'll have a new collection for the handcrafted post. And you definitely want to join the full year so you can get access to all of the goodies. So that's pretty much the holiday pop-up shop in a nutshell. Anybody have questions about any specific product, anything about the really any questions that are on your mind? Feel free to pop something in the comments, and we can kind of do a little bit of a Q&A, maybe like how I thought of this or how the process goes with my artists. Like, you feel free to ask any of that stuff. The other thing only today, on our website, if you are a fan of our binded and dyed, we are doing a buy 10 get 10. So it's basically 50% off of our binded and dyed. Any 10 binded and dyeds you buy, you add 10 more. Those 10 more are free. You don't need a code or anything like that. That's our Black Friday deal. If you want it to ship, that will not be free shipping, just so that you know. But that is, we decided to do that because I was getting asked about a deal for Binded and Dyed. So I decided to do like my grocery store does and say buy 10, get 10. So anybody have any questions about anything? Happy to share. Yeah, Missy. I know Missy likes that. I mean, I can share kind of like what my favorite, I mean, obviously the tea towel calendar, I think by far is my favorite item in the whole thing. Because I worked, me and Eve work, or Eve and I, me and Eve and I, we worked so hard together on that. And she is just an amazing artist to work with. I would highly recommend her to, she has great things, great vintage stickers and like inspired her. Her art is just so unique. And I really, really enjoyed working with her. And then getting to see it come into reality has just been kind of an emotional journey for me, being an 80s kid and my mom having this subscription when I was young, and me thinking that they weren't spice houses, that they were like for doll house things. So yeah, so the tea towel calendar I think is my favorite thing. But then right next to it has to be the handcrafted post, but I feel like the handcrafted post is kind of like in its own little separate, because it's not one time. It's like you're going to get a whole year of it. Okay, let's see. Jess says, will the monthly things attach to the tea towel calendar, or can you just sew that up as a wall hanging now? So Jess, you can totally sew this. You can make this whatever you want. You could save it, and then if you're a part of the handcrafted post, you could add things to it if you wanted to. If you're part of the handcrafted post, you in the future could get another one if you wanted to, but there'll be shipping. So if you're thinking that you're going to make a wall hanging and you're going to add your handcrafted post squares, so I would say get two. That way you have two of them. They're under $20. So and especially with no shipping, you know, it's not crazy to grab two of them. So yeah, so you can really, I think that's what's going to be cool, is I think we're going to see people in the handcrafted posts kind of use their tea towel calendar in one way. You know, you could use your embroidered ones around your, maybe you choose to do your embroidered ones in these colors. You know, like there's, yes, worlds of, yeah, best of both worlds and worlds of ideas on how to use this, right? So yeah, so the tea towel calendar along with the subscription would definitely be my favorite. And I feel, oh gosh, there's so many good, like the hoodie, which I'll probably share over on Instagram this week. My hoodie, the Stay Crafty, Stay Cozy, Stay Crafty hoodie, zip up hoodie, that's coming, I think, on Tuesday. So I'll definitely share that over on Instagram and my stories and stuff so you can see it in person. But I'm really excited about that because I'm a zip up. I like hoodies, but I feel like when I'm working in my sewing room or even when I'm going out and about, I'd rather have a zip up one. Right? Oh, have a good one. Working is getting a bit nuts. No problem, Jackie. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, so I'm really excited about seeing that. I really love the shelf and the cozy vibes and the coloring of everything of the spice houses. I'm really, really excited to dive into like using some pastels and things like that for next year. So yeah, so I hopefully that answers that question. Jackie's like, I'm definitely doing that tonight. She loves the Binded and Dyed. If you don't know what Binded and Dyed is, if you're here and you're like, what are they talking about, Binded and Dyed? This is our Binded and Dyed. So it is hand dyed twill tape binding. Okay. So we have 1 1/4 inch and we also have 1 inch. I use it for a lot of different things. So you can use it to bind a bag, right? Like that's what a lot of people in our sewing community uses it for. You can use it to make Where do I have it? I have it somewhere. Yeah. You can use it to make piping. The 1 1/4 inch is actually the perfect size to make piping. So you could use it for piping, which I know is becoming more and more popular in bags. You can also, I use it to top the slip pockets in my bags as well, which I really like. It kind of gives it a different look than, say, like vinyl. It's also easier to sew through than vinyl. And if you've never used a twill tape for binding, what's nice about it is it has a little bit of stretch, but it doesn't have so much stretch that it creates like bunching. It does take some practice. So I usually tell everybody, if you want to practice with binded and dyed, I would use it to top like your slip pockets and things like that first. Okay. Zip ups are the best. I was just reading Sybil's comment. And then the other thing, you could definitely use it for binding up a quilt or anything like that. So I also use it for like key straps in my, I usually fold it in half, stitch it down twice, and then it's a 1/2 inch for like a little lobster clasp to like get your keys in a bag. So I use it for that too. So there's a lot of different ways you can use it, and we have it in all different colors so that you can match your projects. So definitely take advantage of the Black Friday deal. All right. Yeah, they are harder to find too, and harder to find in like different sizes. And that's what I liked about this one, is that it had a fair amount of different sizes for it so it went up to 3X. Sometimes things only go to like extra large or 1X anymore. So yeah, I think yeah, it's pretty, I really like it. I ordered it in the I kind of wish I would have ordered it in the butter color, but I don't know if I'm a yellow person. I ordered it in the, what's it called? The oatmeal heather. That's what I ordered it in. So I'll share that with you guys when it gets here. But yeah, so if you're here on Instagram, I just did this live so that if you wanted to join me live, you knew that I was also live over on YouTube. The other thing is like, what I love about this pop-up shop is like, you don't have to be a sewist to shop with our small shop. There's plenty of things in here that you could turn into a gift for someone, even if you don't sew anything. And so that's one of the things we were really trying to do as well, was to kind of create something that you would be able to find something for someone on your list and give them a really great gift. Hello, Flicker. How are you? So anybody have any other questions about the holiday pop-up shop, about the handcrafted post, about Patreon? I could show you guys. Let me pull that up actually. Let me share my screen and I can kind of show you the behind the scenes of the different levels of Patreon so that you can know that. Okay, because I'm gonna have to stop sharing my screen there. And there. Okay. Be right back. All right, so here is our Patreon. So we have 4 different levels. If you were a part of our Patreon in the past, the only thing that has changed really, the only thing that hasn't changed, let's do that. The only thing that hasn't changed is the cost of each of the levels. Those have stayed the same. Because we're, like I said, in the middle of like this recentering of our brand, and I really wanted to try to pull in more of Patreon and do more engagement over in Patreon. We decided that we were going to rename them to fit more within our brand, but then also provide some different things in each of the levels. So we have our Kindred Spirits, our Cozy Creatives, our Whimsical Wanderers, and Evie Studio. So those are the 4 different levels. And if you've ever gotten a package from me in the past like 2 years, I've always had like a little ghosty on my packages. So that's why we decided to make the images for the first 3 little ghosties. Okay. So kindred spirits is the lowest level, or the smallest level. I shouldn't say it's not lowest. It's just the level that costs the least, and it really is the level that's saying like you're supporting us as a business. You get access to all of the community content. You also get access to my schedule of events that are happening. The community chats that are not my free chats that are really fun. There might be some people who are on that are in the Patreon already that can talk about the chats that we just started. And then you'll get special announcements or early access to things, probably some special drops throughout the year that are just for you, like dyed fabric drops, those types of things. Cozy Creatives, that's the next tier up. This is the tier that gives you 1 hour early access to dyed fabric drops that happen on the 10th of each month. So just keep that in mind. December 10th is, that's the first time that we're doing the drop on the 10th instead of the 1st. So you'll get early access to drops. We also do a micro trend report every month. You'll get access to those, exclusive sales and cozy only offers, and then Patreon only products. So there'll be some certain products that only Patreon in 2026 gets access to. Whimsical Wanderers. This is where you get a little bit more into like the color theory, and also you're going to get 3 workshops a year that I do. So every time I go to an event, people are asking me, when are you going to teach the color theory class again, or a trend class? And I do have those on my YouTube channel. So if you go back and you can see that I did live workshops on some of those. But I thought this would be a great way for me to put the effort into doing them and like have things that go out to people that are specific around a workshop. And then, have 3 different workshops each year. So we'll do a color theory workshop in April, a trend forecasting workshop in July, and then in October, I have this Wheel of the Year project planning workshop that I've done in the past. I used to do it when I oversaw a big team in ethical fashion, and it really helps you, especially someone who has like a handmade business or something like that, to kind of plan and think through their projects for the next year. And it's the time of the year where I'm working on things for like the handcrafted color of the year and what the trends are going to be the next year. So it'll be a really good time to enjoy that. You'll receive a monthly printable that can be a variety of things. And then also that level gets a ready to ship coupon that they can use throughout the month on any of our ready to ship products. And then Evie Studio, like I said, that is the highest tier. That is the tier that you would be gifted if you have a year membership, or if you have a membership to the HandCrafted Post. And this just comes with all of the stuff that goes along with the HandCrafted Post, but in the digital form. And then you also will have access to a monthly colored challenge Zoom that we do. So like I said, if you join the HandCrafted Post, you get this highest tier for free. You'll receive a link in December that each month on the 11th that gives you access. So yeah, that is Patreon. All right, I can stop sharing that. All right. Sharon, I DM'd you on Insta with a dumb question, not to be public. Okay. I'm sure there's no question that is dumb, Sharon. And it could possibly, and I really tell everybody, like, maybe someone else has that question, but I will gladly answer you in your DM. Okay. And then maybe if it is something I don't think is dumb, I'm sure it's not, I'll share it over in my stories so that other people can know the answer. All right. So that's that. I hope you will go and shop the holiday pop-up shop. Take advantage of it. Again, it is free shipping until through December 5th. If you are one of our regular followers all the time, you also knew that we have a last chance pre-order going on, and that was supposed to also end on December 5th. So I'm going to send an email out and post other places, but later next week. But I figure I'll share this here now. Our last chance pre-order has been extended through December 8th. So it gives you time to shop the holiday pop-up shop and then 3 more days to decide on your last chance pre-order. It does not extend your turnaround time. So our turnaround time is usually 7 weeks from the date of close, but we're going to still keep it 7 weeks from December 6th, so that you have a timeline. But we always try with our last chance pre-order to get all of that pre-order out by the first week of January. So I think 7 weeks is like mid-January. We're gonna do our best, and my husband is usually right on it, and I'm usually right on him to be right on it. That anybody who puts in a last chance pre-order, that you would receive it by that first, like it would be in the mail by that first week of January, so that you can kind of plan around that. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. If you joined me live, please, if you are here live, please make sure you're subscribed. Okay. There's going to be lots more things over on YouTube coming in the future. And then also leave a comment if you're here. Just say hi. Okay. All of it helps. And then we'll see you tomorrow. Set your alerts for tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern time over my YouTube channel. The release of my handcrafted trend report for 2026. I am predicting the handcrafted color of the year. I do a lot of research around what the trends are for the upcoming year, so you're not going to want to miss that video. It is a pre-recorded video, so make sure you're paying attention tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern time. It'll be live here on YouTube. All right. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Have a great evening, and we really appreciate you shopping with us. I can't stress that enough, how much we appreciate it. All right. Have a good one.